Hey everybody, it's been a while. Welcome back to my chunk locked account. I have an announcement to make. I am dating the sheep from the intro of the last video. Say hello, dear. She's shy. I will not be taking any questions at this time. The map of RuneScape is divided into sections called chunks, each with their own set of resources, obstacles, and challenges. This is Prism Chunk, my extreme-ish one-chunk Iron Man. I've been tasked with locking myself to a chunk until I've completed everything it has to offer. Starting in Birth Orb, we expand our domain bit by bit. Join me as I conquer Gillinor, one chunk at a time. This is Prism Chunk, my one-chunk Iron Man. Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's start off this episode with a little dopamine in 79 Hunter. This unlocks Divine Implings, which is a pretty big level. Let me explain why. These monkey looking goobers are Divine Implings. They are a RuneScape 3 exclusive impling that drops divination items such as divine energy and products. Their loot consists of 2 roles, one for divine energy and the second for energy or a product item. Additionally, they have a unique mechanic that determines what energy they drop. The energies are divided into tiers, and which tiers you can get is determined by your divination level. The first role will always be the highest tier divination energy you can acquire, a part of the mechanic I definitely won't mess up later. Foreshadowing is a narrative device in which the second role behaves similarly, except you can also get one tier below your current max. For example, if you have 50 divination, you will always get the tier 50 gleaming energy as the main drop, and could get the tier 40 sparkling energy as the secondary drop, if you happen to roll it. You cannot get the tiers 30 and below, as getting level 50 locks you out of it. Now comes the important part. This energy is useful for a myriad of things, but what I'm interested in is ore transmutation. Theoretically, there is a way I could work myself all the way up to Elder Runite, albeit with a lot of work. Here's the breakdown. Creating an Elder Runite bar requires light animica, dark animica, and a regular Runite bar. The 2 ores use the same pathway, so I'm going to explain only one. An animica ore requires 2 Bainite ore and 5 incandescent energy. But wait, I don't have Bainite. Well, good news, I can make it from Necrite and 4 radiant energy. Nope, still inaccessible, but I think you can see where I'm going with this. I can work my way all the way down to an ore I do have access to, iron ore. Here comes big problem number 1. There are a lot of steps in this, and each step is wider than the last. A sort of triangular enterprise. A 3-sided polygon plan? A pyramid No, wait, this is 2D. It can't be a pyramid. Anyway, this means the base is super heavy with resources, and accidentally locking myself out of the lower energy could end this plan entirely. Even without accidental locking though, it is still a large amount of energy. If I did my math correctly, it'll take around 6,600 bright energy just for one Elder Runite bar. I would need the tiers above it as well, but bright energy makes up 75% of the bar. However, the number of energies one impling drops, getting just 1 bar isn't that bad. That is if you ignore big problem number 2. Divine implings are pretty rare. Back when I was hunting gourmet implings for the garden pies, I hardly saw any of them, so finding 60 of them will be a chore. Definitely worth it though for a few bars, but certainly not for over 100. And this brings me to big problem number 3. Elder Rune equipment degrades. The only way to repair it is with cash at an NPC or a repair station, neither of which I have access to, or to use even more bars on it. So here is the current plan. I certainly want Elder Rune tools, a hatchet and a pickaxe. Those will be huge bonuses that carry over to future grinds. That would be only 3 bars. Unless I decide to upgrade the pickaxe, which I probably won't since the bonuses aren't that much better than the base one. I also would like an ore box, adding 2 more rune bars. But that's pretty low priority since while it would be nice, it wouldn't really add too much either. And then after all those resources are gathered, I'll decide if I want to make a weapon. A tier 90 weapon could prove very useful in a pinch if I run into something strong, even if it does degrade. That being said, I don't have to go all the way to Elder Rune for great buffs. I could stop at Orichalcum, the tier 60 metal. One of those bars costs only 540 bright energies, less than a tenth of what it takes for an Elder Rune bar. Also, it doesn't degrade, so that'll be a one and done make. This will be the armor I'll make, as it's a nice boost over the adamant I currently have, and the weapon will be a slight boost over the leaf bladed spear. So, to sum everything up, divine implings for enough energy to make a few Elder Runite bars for tools, maybe a few more for an ore box, and a weapon if I'm feeling frisky, plus a touch more to make Orichalcum. Alright, essay complete, let's get into the episode. It took me so long to explain those divine implings that we already got all the way up to 92 attack. We're halfway to this next one. And then before we know it, we'll be out of this chunk. Ooh, how exciting. Before we continue, here's a reminder of what we have left to do in this chunk. We've already completed the Defense and Slayer requirements as well as the first 99 on the account. So as for skilling requirements, all we have left to do is just do it again for 99 attack. Most of the items have been acquired too, just the big boy effigy remains. And lastly, we have some cleanup tasks with the Death Plateau Step 2 and the Troll Invasion Defender portion. That's it for now. Let's get into it. Okay, so something happened. I was in the mine doing my mine stuff, killing myself a hollow tooth, as one does. I come on back, I come to the bank, and I come to deposit my stuff, and I look at my bank, and down here, there's just 70 magic logs sitting in the bank here. Apparently they've been here for a while, as you can tell from all this other loot that I've gotten and deposited without even noticing. I'm assuming it was a rare drop table drop from the Ice Giants or from the Goblin Raiders. But with that, we've got ourselves a bonus grind, coming up with 75 fire making to burn those incense sticks. It'll be nice for the magic short bow. I'm happy about that, but yeah, so I guess we're delaying this chunk exit for a little bit until I can get myself 360k fire making. Not too bad. So I'm kind of ambivalent about it. It's nice that I got the bow, but it will delay leaving this for a little bit. Oh. I got the most useless item. Oh, neat. Huh. Okay. That is not useful at all, actually, but cool. And that's under drop rate too, 143. It's actually pretty good. Haha. All right. I guess I don't know what to say about this, so I won't say anything. Another day, another book, another hunter level 83. That comes up with the infamous dragon impling, which can be a little bit nice. They have the dragon ammo, which would be slightly higher than what I got. I think it also has some other dragon weaponry, which might also be a little bit useful, unless I go for the divine route and get the orichalcite. Coming up on another level here, making our way up after this ice giant, just a moment, and there we go, 95, and 125 combat, nice. Let's keep going. I did say I was going to keep going, so here's 96. It looks like no time for you, but it's basically a week for me, but we're almost there. You know it's that time again. We've got ourselves another event to do. Take a little break from the attack and see what this Easter event has for us. It looks like it's about the same as it was last year. I do love these events. They always look so pretty. But yeah, it looks like we've got boats, agility, that's new. Hunter is back again. The workshop that I probably can't get into because of the quest. Another boat. Yeah, let's take a look around though and see what we got for us. Hunter might be a good idea. I'm pretty close to Puro. I don't know if my books will get me to what I need to catch everything in there, but yeah, it's just right here. Also, farming actually would be a great idea. Those allotment patches actually do have a landmine. I think the one of the seeds at the Vinesweeper shop has 90 something requirement. Agility, not too worried about that. We already got our immediate grinds out of the way with the book. Got the daily egg hunt, the workshop. I would absolutely love to do herblore, but unfortunately you need the quests to do those, so we'll just have to pick something else. Yeah, I can't even click on it to tell me I can't do it. The farming is bees. Oh no, sad bees. Now this is probably pretty lucrative. Every day I can do this egg hunt. They'll hide 12 eggs around this area here, and if I find them I will get a casket. It's, as far as I know, it's kind of similar to the beach caskets, and since I'm an Iron Man, it'll kind of be like the free-to-play ones, but they do have some useful rewards in them. So I'll grab a few, save them up for a rainy day, and opening them when I feel like I need something to pick me up a little bit. We've got ourselves our first Divine Impling here. Thank you, Fry, for the shout out and for letting me catch it. This will be the start of our Bright Energy collection. As you can see, we got ourselves the energy plus the secondary. That could be the other energy underneath it. I don't think I need the flickering or whatever it is, but bright is good. We'll start with that. And following that, we've got ourselves our first Dragon Impling as well. It's Dragon Daggers. I can't wield it because I don't have the Lost City, but cool. First of many, I hope. Another Dragon Impling. Ooh, some Dragon Arrows. Nice. But oh, hold on, let me get these potatoes real quick. I'm still growing my collection. Oh, wow, 90. Who was expecting that? Not me. Wow, okay, great. All from potatoes and definitely nothing else. This unlocks, what does this unlock? Oh, we're at 90, which means we can use the garden pie to boost up onto the fly trap. So that is actually the last level we need for, at least for the immediate future, one of the closer chunks at least. We don't have to do Vinesweeper. Oh, I'm so happy. But yeah, let's go back to Impling hunting and some more Easter stuff. Check it out. Magpie Impling gave me some diamond amulets. We can enchant those to get power amulets, which will be my new best in slot for all styles actually. We've completed one of the passive backlogged tasks, the Zamarakian sculpting chisel. You build the same statue in the same place for 4 months and you'll get yourself a colored chisel. It would take me 8 months of just waiting to get the other one, so that is why they are passive and backlogged. So let's go ahead and enchant this amulet just to get it out of the way and get ourselves a new best in slot. 15 points in all of the styles, that's great. Oh, and a little bit of prayer bonus as well. Cool. So we're coming up on the end of the event, and I'm not sure if these caskets will stick around after the event, so I'm gonna go ahead and open them. It actually is raining outside, so technically I'm not wrong in saying I was gonna save these for a rainy day. I looked it up on the wiki, and as far as I can tell, there isn't really too much in it. I think like black armor is kind of the highest armor in there that I can get, but it'll still give me a couple of fortunate components that I can use later on for Hydrixes or whatever. But yeah, let's start opening these and see what we can get. And for our first one, green dragon hide. Okay, that's new best in slot, I think. Some arrows as well. I think those arrows are a little bit better than the broad arrows, but definitely the green dragon hide will be a little bit useful going forward. Oh, collection log. Okay. I guess these are counting for the clue caskets. So I guess this is technically our first clue opening. Teleports, that's kind of spooky. Got the top, okay. Good. Inventory is a bit full up. Kind of one of the most annoying things about clue opening, huh? Okay. Oh, staffs. Okay, good. I didn't have these ones before. Unlimited elemental runes will be quite useful. Not good for attacking, but definitely useful if I want to use any support spells, I guess. Okay, our first fortunate. Oh, it's a double fortunate. Ancient robe top. Good prayer gear. It might be our best magic as well for a bit, and then I guess if we ever head to God Wars, we can use that to block our aggression there. Oh, another top, unfortunately. It's a different color though. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. Though I had no idea these things were in there. It's not on the wiki. At least I don't think it is. Unfortunately, they're not as good as the OSRS counterparts, but I can't believe I pulled those. That's ridiculous. Oh my god, no way. Alright, well, and now that's an option, maybe there's something else in here. Okay, a little bit more third age. We got ourselves the fire one. That'll cover I think that's all of the staves. We got all four. Strength amulet, okay. I think strength's technically a little bit better than the power. Last four. I can be Luffy. I don't remember if that's the right color. I don't actually watch One Piece. I'm sorry, Janice. Last one, last casket. Cookies. Okay. All right. Wow. That was certainly a lot better than I was expecting. There's adamant too. I didn't realize. These ranger boots are absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry for everyone else who was looking for them, but they are mine now. We got the couple of pieces we can use to mitigate the God Wars aggression. That's great. Unfortunately, they're both tops, so I can't wear both of them. But these ranger boots, man, that's ridiculous. All right, we've got 2.7 mil XP left on the attack. I guess I'll head back to my mountain prison and finish off what we got. And of course, we have to equip our best in slot, the best in slot fashion. It's a crotch butterfly. Next up, we've got 97. Just 2 more to go. Okay, so I've got 87 Hunter now, which unlocks zombie implings. But I think I want to start working on divination now, because that'll get me both the glowing energy plus the bright energy, and getting them both at the same time would be a bit useful, I think, because I don't need flickering energy for as far as I can tell. So yeah, let me get that up to 30, and we'll be able to get both of the glowing and the bright energy. So I was doing some more impling hunting, and I got myself some glories. So just after we got ourselves the trimmed amulet of strength, we already found ourselves a new replacement. Very short-lived, but bonuses are bonuses. So yeah, a full 8 points over the strength amulet T here. I don't know how much that actually increases my DPS, but it's something. And it's purple, so it matches my crotch butterfly. Putting that amulet to good use. We've got ourselves 98 attack. Just one more, and we'll be done with the biggest grind on the account so far. Here we go, one book, and we've got ourselves 30 divination. This unlocks our next tier, the glowing wisps. So whenever we catch those divine implings, we'll be able to catch both bright and glowing energies. So I have just realized I have made a very, very bad mistake. I was reading the divine impling wiki again, and it's so getting that level in divination actually changed which primary energy I'm going to get. So now I'm going to get glowing 100% of the time instead of bright. I thought it was going to be either or. So that's actually that's very bad. So I basically just dropped my chance of getting bright energy from 100% to 25%. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I mean, yeah. I'm gonna have to think a little bit about going forward with this now. Magpie's coming with the rewards again. We got ourselves a nature tiara, which means I can use it on my hood, and I can get 5 nature runes every day. I mean, I guess it's a little bit better than the other runes I was getting, and I only have 800 nature. So, I mean, sure, it's something. Okay, this is it. We are one ice giant away from finishing the second 99 and the longest grinds on this account so far. I think about 600 hours between both attack and strength, but I'm not going to do it here. I think I have something a little bit more appropriate. We are back here at the rabbits. It is actually May 12th today, which is exactly 1 year since I started my first video, or uploaded my first video. And one of the first grinds we had to do was 40 attack that we had to do on these rabbits right here. So I have come back to finish the job. We started here in this small chunk. We went down 1 or south 1 over to that. Got ourselves the mine over there, and then came back up to the Warriors Guild here, and now we're right back full circle. Just 1 rabbit away from our second 99. I've got my adamant 2 hand from that first task as well. And I'm gonna try to do the strength cape thing. I'm gonna drop on the floor and telegrab it and see if it stays untrimmed. At least it did back in the day. But we'll see. I've got my telegrab runes out here, and I'm ready. So, all right, let's do this. Bam! 99 attack. It wouldn't be a YouTube series if I didn't mess up the recording. I don't know what happened. It just cut out in the middle, but to fill you in, I got it. I seem to have captured the important footage. The strength cape thing didn't work. The instant I picked it up with the telegrab, it trimmed it right away. But let's head over to the attack guy and get our brand new cape. Where is he? Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, he's here. Okay. Give it to me. Ajat. I don't know how to pronounce it. Cape, please. Okay, now all that's left for our skills is the fire making requirement, and fortunately I saved up a good amount of maples for my daily cutting them for the Jack of Trades stuff. So let me just quickly burn some stuff and not get called by the police, and we'll finish this off. I think I have enough logs for the entire thing, but I'll see. I'll have to do a little bit of math and see if I have enough. Okay, yeah, so it wasn't enough maple logs. I kind of knew that already because that's how math works. But fortunately, I accidentally overdid those oaks chopping that long time ago when I was getting 75 wood cutting and whatever I was doing for the yew tree way back when. So maybe that, no, again, that's probably not, but it'll get me close. Yeah, close as in like 16,000 logs, which is, 60,000 XP, which is a little bit under 400 maple logs, which is pretty good. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get pretty close. We'll finish off the rest of it before I venture forth. Okay, yeah. So 50,000 XP, which is around 350 logs. So what I will do is I'll start chopping my tree here, like the logs as I get them, and then when the tree is growing, I will hop around and look for some inklings. I think that's a good use of the downtime in between. And there we go. That is the last level that we are required to get in this chunk, at least for now. There may be some items dropped along the way that might change that, but for now, that is the final level that we need to get. So let's start up with the cleanup. First, let's grab some logs. We need a bowstring as well. Got the fire going, so might as well just start with that one. Next, let's make ourselves a... Which one's higher? We need a stock, even though I can't do anything with it yet, but that's the highest level thing that we need with 92. I'm going to make a short bow, because that will be my best range weapon that I can use. Tier 60? 50? 50. It might be changing with the fletching stuff, but yeah, that's our best bow at the moment. Might as well equip it as well just to get that out of the way. Next, let's do the troll invasion, the defender side. I don't think I have ever intentionally done the defender side. I might have like gone in to look at it, but I don't think I've ever actually done it myself. So I think we just need oh, they gave us a bunch of buckets already. I think you just need some buckets to fill up the oil. That's water oil. And then there's a bunch of stuff you need to fix. You need to fill. I don't think I'm gonna complete. I guess I have to complete it for the sake of the chunk. So I'll figure it out, but it takes a long time to do. You just basically have to go around, click on the things, and the soldiers will go ahead and kill the trolls for you. And once that happens, they'll take care of that. 1,500 trolls, it's a lot of Slayer XP. Not for me though. Yeah, so that's crafting. This is the construction requirement there. Task complete. So I guess I'll go ahead and finish this out, and we'll check out what else I need to do after that. I think it's just the quest. I'll take a look. I'm actually going to get a construction level out of this with the token XP. This is taking a long time. Does anyone actually do this outside of skillers? Because this is kind of awful. I don't know why you would... I don't know. Whatever. Let's just continue. You don't even get to kill all the trolls. It just ends out of nowhere. I didn't do anything. That was not fun. I did not enjoy that. Anyway, yeah. I think all that I have left is the what's it call it? The Death Plateau quest. I think I can go over to this cave now and talk to that dwarf in there and see what how far I can advance it. That also, I guess it doesn't matter because we don't have a house. Anyway, we are in Mr. Sabo. Nice to meet you. Hello, Sabo. Let me continue with this quest. Yeah, so the next part of the quest requires me to go up on the mountain that I do not have access to yet. I think I actually need 2 more chunks to have that done. Firstly, I need the north one because the chunk boundary is like right here. So you gotta go up and around. So I need the north one and the west one to continue with the quest. So that's it. That is all the tenable tasks of this chunk complete. I did say tenable. There is one big boy hiding. I still need the effigy. So what I'm gonna do is gear up with some magic gear, and I guess we'll make the top a little bit of an upgrade over the imp hide that we have at the moment. I need more cloth to make the rest of it, but it's kind of neat. I like that. Okay, anyway, let me gear up and then let me head over and I'll tell you about the plan. So the reason I was so excited to move up to the next step without thinking is because I have this. I have gold ore now. I have a way to make gold ore, meaning I can upgrade to a ring of wealth. I don't know if that'll help with the effigy or anything like that. I can get a combat bracelet, which is my best gloves. I already have the glory, so nothing to worry about that, but I can make all of the other jewelry as well. So a good amount of glowing energy will be nice. I only need 2 in order to make 1 gold. I got a big drop, so I can actually make 500 gold, which should set me out for a very long time. The only issue is the divination level. It puts me very, very close to going over to the next tier. So I'm going to wait. I'm afraid of going and locking myself completely out of the bright energy. So I'm going to hold off on that until a later date. At least until I increase my bright energy stores a little bit to safe levels. So the plan is actually going to be Ice Warriors. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm kind of tired of bearing bones from the Ice Giants. And the Warriors have some pretty decent drops actually. They have Iron Stone Spirits for when we have to do the 99 smithing grind. They also have Headless Arrows. So if I want to, Headless Arrows. If I wanted to make arrow tips with the iron or whatever I do. Anyway, it would be useful so I don't have to spend all my cash on broad arrows. So the plan is going to be 85 magic. I think that's a good amount. It'll be like how many? Maybe like 12,000 of these Ice Warriors, which that plus the 67,000 Ice Giants that I already killed. I think that's a pretty fair shot at the effigy. But you know, we'll go and do what we can until I'm not feeling it anymore. I don't think these things normally drop gems, which means I already hit the rare drop table twice, and I still didn't get the drop. Doing myself a little bit of impling hunting, and I got myself a set of black dragon hide from a magpie. And our friend over here, Tanya Hyde, will actually tan this leather, so I can actually get a full set of black dragon hide from that one Magpie, and that's my best tier of range armor for a long time. Wouldn't have mattered because we got black dragons in the Tavernley dungeon, but still pretty nice to document. Look, 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 look! We've got another good item. The axe. That's what? 44 mil? That's ridiculous. Is this better? Actually, it's a shame that I got it after I finished the 99 attack and strength, but is this better than the spear? I need to go look. Let me see. That's crazy. And I'm still under drop rate for for 2 items at this moment. I think you need like it's like 1 and 256 or something like that. And I've gotten 2 items. Why can't I have this effigy luck, please? I guess that's nowhere near the effigy. But let me see. Where's my defender? There. Alright, let me see. We've got... I need to take this part off. Accuracy 12... 2195, 1264. It's a little bit more accurate, but it's weaker damage. I mean, I guess this doesn't really matter if I'm going to be going for the orichalcum. Huh. Alright, okay, cool. I guess we'll store this away for later. And we'll go back to our ice warriors. Do you see this? Molten glass. That is a rare drop table drop, and it's bad because now I have to get 87 crafting. Ice warriors, why are you doing this to me? Alright, this is another bonus grind. Unfortunately, it's only 1 level. How much XP is it? 400k. Okay, well, alright. Alright, we're doing it. By the way, the drop rate of the molten glass, 1 in 262,000. That's like twice as rare as this effigy. Game, why are you doing this to me, man? I guess since I'm in a crafting mood, I might as well use my dragon hide. We can make a full set. We've got enough of it. It'll give us a little bit of XP. Save me like 1 inventory of urn making. But here we go. And that's it. Full set of black dragon hide, including the shield. I'm not sure if it's better than the good shield. It's kind of neat. I didn't know it had this face mask sort of thing. It's kind of cool looking. Bet it looks really good with the attack cape, actually. Let's take a look and see. Ooh, yeah. That's some good fashionscape there. If I had some keepsake keys, that might be a good idea. I've got the wrong amulet on, but that's fine. It actually matches. Cool. Alright. Let's check that full set off. There. I did it. But I'm not happy about it. 266,000 glass. More like... No, alright, let me make it, and then I'll head back into the ice dungeon thing, whatever. I don't know. I'm upset. There. Done. Can't even use it. I'm so grumpy. Fortunately, I had enough clay stocked up from all the goblin raids. I actually was within 1 inventory of getting the level. With that, plus all the cow hide and the gems I had stockpiled, I was almost exactly enough to get 87. Alright, let's crack on with this then. Coming up to a pretty big level over here with this ice giant. We've got ourselves 97 HP. And with this level, I think I'm going to call it. I'm not going to get this effigy. Couple of reasons. Number one, I'm just straight up not having a good time. And that's kind of the whole point of this account, is to have a good time. And I want to show you the drop rates. I'm just going to put this up on the screen right here. Relatively recently, the wiki actually posted these drop rates here. And if you take a look at the ice giants and the ice warriors that I was doing for a bit, it's a lot worse than I thought. I thought it was like 1 in 50,000, but at best, the ice giants are 1 in 85,000. And at worst, almost 1 in half a million, which is a bit above my pay grade, which is 0. I'm not getting paid for this. So that's number one. This goal does not seem feasible to me. And then number two, which is my pretty big cop-out and why I went to 88 instead of 85. I've been told in the next update to the chunk picker, they're actually removing the effigy from the from a lot of the task lists because of these rates. So, you know, with a slightly heavy heart, but not too heavy, I will be shelving this effigy grind until I have something a little bit more viable, which most likely will just be in the next chunk over down here in the dungeon. The black dragons and the hellhounds probably have a lot better drop rate. As far as I know, I haven't really looked, but I'm assuming so. So let's. I guess that's it. that's the anti-climax to this chunk. Is a little bit of a whimper, but I think it needs to be done. So I guess let us head over to the chunk picker for the first time since November. For context, it's now June. My 99 attack was May 12th, so now it's been already over a month since that, and I've been trying this whole time to no avail. But yeah, over to the chunk picker. Let's go. Here we are. We're back. It's been a very long time. November 7th was the last roll. 221 days. And it seems like I picked a good day to drop the effigy because today was the update of the chunk picker. So I am officially freed despite my decision. It just happened to coincide. But as you can see on the right side here, I'll try to blow it up a little bit so you can see. The effigy is gone, but it's been replaced with a couple of new things. Number one up top is the cultist's journey. I just kind of have to go talk to the dude outside the Berthorpe Castle there, very easy. Underneath it, we have 2 completionist cape achievements. However, I cannot do these. The totem pole position, you either need a resource dungeon, 6 resource dungeons actually, or a sinkhole, neither of which I have access to at the moment. So those cannot be completed until I get those things. So I'm just gonna hit the complete. Let me uncomplete it. Hold on one second. Okay, I meant to backlog. Let's pretend I did it right the first time. Anyway, the next one is slide to the left, which is what is that one? Solve a puzzle box. I need to think about this one. I might be able to. I need to consult with the others. Anyway, the next one, special Slayer delivery. I need to make all the items I can with Slayer points. However, I also can't do that because I can't get Slayer points. I have a Slayer master, but he doesn't award points. So that will also have to go back onto the backlog. And then lastly, we do have access to a nice little friend here with our gnome ball. And if we go to Diango, or to our bank interface, we can reclaim one. And we basically just have to kick it around a lot. 2,000 times, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. I'll set it up and I'll get that started. Okay, yeah, so I took a look at the wiki page. It doesn't seem like I have access to any puzzle boxes as far as I can tell. You need to either do hard or elite clues, and the only hard clue I have available in these chunks is the gnome glider. You need the emote clue as well, or the cryptic clue, and I 2 years I've been, or 1 year I've been playing this whole chunk, and I have gotten 2 hard clues this whole time. So that's not feasible. So I'm gonna go ahead and just backlog this one as well, unless someone can present a convincing argument otherwise. So 2 things to do: talk to the cultists and kick around a gnome ball for a bit. So for the people like me who just learned, you can access Diego's shop from your bank here. So if you just go ahead under your presets here, click your triple dots, and you have this little chunk, and you have access to all of these holiday items. And amongst them is the large gnome ball. So anyone who has a bank has access to it. So basically, all you have to do is set it down and kick it. That's it. Apparently you can fail. Okay, this is gonna be fun. So basically I need to kick it 2,000 times. So while I do that, I will edit this video that we're currently in, and I'll get back to you guys in 2,000 kicks once I'm a pro footballer, right? So we're getting pretty close to the end here. I found myself a nice spot to do this. Came up onto the agility course, zoomed out a little bit. It's a 1x3 space, and then just go down here, and I don't even have to move my mouse. I can just click away and do some other stuff, watch some anime or whatever. How many were we at? 15 more? Yeah, it took only about like 2 hours, so yeah, pretty easy. And there we go. That's the last one. We got ourselves the Stone of Jaspal. That sounds rude. I'm not going to repeat that. And I guess we got a nice little emote. Obviously, I don't think I've done this in a very long time, so I have no idea what it looks like. Let's take a look. Other thing I forgot to mention, you have to set it to rolling, otherwise you have to double click. Yeah, this is what we did. 2,000 clicks for. Definitely worth it. Okay, let's move on to the final task. You know, actually before we do that, let's get ourselves another milestone hunter level. 91. That'll actually be the last one I think I'll be getting for quite some time. This gives us the kingly impling, which would be theoretically the highest one I would require to catch if I ever head over to Puro. I don't need the crystal impling at 95. That's for Prifdinus if I ever get there. But yeah, so after that, I think the next one will have to be Slayer. I have to ruin the 69. Not nice. Because the Slayer cave over there has the Aquanites in it, and they're like 70 something. And I don't want to do regular Slayer for that. But this last task, I just have to talk to this dude, the cultist. He's gonna ruin some story lore, so I'm gonna skip over it for everyone who's interested in that. I know none of you are spacebar warriors, so I don't want to ruin it for you guys. No spoilers. There we go. That's it. We finished. That's it. We're done. I can safely say, chunk complete. Back so soon. Let's check it off. 1 and 2. It's green. It's all done. 7 months of trials and 99s and no drops and some drops and bad and good, but it's over. We finished our 4th chunk, so now it's time to roll a new one. So let's talk about where we can go. We've got 5 chunks available, but realistically only 2.5 have things to do. Starting with number 1, it seems like there's a lot. You got the castle with the safes, and you have the allotment and the herb patches and the wheat fields for Puro. However, I can't get in there. Yeah, I have to go down through 2 and then this one before I can go up. But I do have this tiny area right here, so it's primo corner content. Number 2, Catherby Beach unlocks a nice, relaxing fishing and cooking grind. The annoying part is I don't have the bank over here. Wait, hold on. There's a bank. Can I go this way? That'd be very nice. I don't know, because the door looks like it might be right there in chunk 3. But yeah, so that'll be okay. It'll be good to get a nice stock of food. Number 3 is the one that we've been dodging this whole time. We've got Taverley Dungeon with some big grinds with the draconic visage and lots of monsters and stuff to kill. Number 4 is the Death Plateau that would unlock further quest progression. You can get into the house to get those spiked boots and everything, and you might be able to get up onto the plateau itself to fight the trolls and get some drops. And then number 5 is some more corner content, I think. I can get up to the beacon platform here. There might be an exit to the wilderness. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it might be like a one-way trip or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out if I have to go over there. But there's blue dragons and black knights, and they have some neat drops. But as far as I know, it wouldn't be too heavy. The big one is number 3, followed by number 2, and then a little bit of corner content. I think that's it. That's it. This is it. This is the time to roll. I need to pick a color to go with the tradition of a new color for every time. We're still in orange from the Halloween roll, so let's peruse and see what we got. Okay, pink. I don't think I've done pink yet, but that's it. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. What is this? Catherby Beach. Okay, I'm happy about that. Take me there. Oh, some nice fish, some nice cooking, some relaxing beach. This is it. We're here. Finally, after all this time, we take our first steps out of the square. We did it. We are at the beach. Violet! We can do the Violet's quest. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this episode here. Great roll. I like it. I'm happy. Get some fish. Gonna have to probably teleport all the way back and run through, but that's fine. It's better than the dungeon, I'll be honest. And we get our first 2 quests done. But yeah, if you stuck through this long, I thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Like, sub, comment, YouTube stuff, do all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully soon. Bye bye.